What is up, everybody? JT Dangerous here. Once again, I am back to do my G1 special, Night 2, 2017 predictions. Now, of course, this is the second half of the G1 special, which, of course, tonight was Night 1 and was a great show. We got a brand new IWGP Tag Team Champions in War Machine. We had four fantastic first round matchups in the United States Championship tournament. We also had a great world title match between Okada and Cody. So this is going to be a great card. Of course, we have two semifinal matches on this card, of course, and the finals, and the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles will be on the line, and of course the IWGP Intercontinental title will be also on the line on this card. So cannot wait to do these predictions. Now, of course, our record after the Night 1, we went 5-4. So of course, the winning streak continues in New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-views. Of course, hopefully I will continue the winning success of Night 1 into Night 2. Now, of course, before I start, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching all the videos this week. Of course, thank you guys so very much for watching Night 1's predictions. Over 100 plus views on that. So again, thank you guys so very much for watching that. And of course, all of this the G1 special is a prelude to New Japan Pro Wrestling's 27th G1 Climax. Now, of course, the G1 Climax this year is very stacked. Of course, we got big-time names like Tetsuya Naito, the returning Kota Ibushi, Kenny Omega, Okada, Tanahashi, and this is definitely my first G1 Climax. And of course, I had my G1 Climax predictions on the channel. Now, definitely go check that out if you're New Japan Pro Wrestling fans like myself. Of course, I'll have that at the end of the video in those little boxes at the end. So definitely check that out if you're watching the G1 like I am. Now, of course, we're at 146 subscribers strong, so I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching and supporting the channel. Of course, new subscribers to the channel, thank you guys for hitting that subscribe button. Of course, my regulars here, again, thank you guys for still being here and supporting the channel. Of course, if this is your first video on my channel, and if this is the first video you're watching on my channel, welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm, of course, JT Dangerous, and welcome to the club, because this club is just dramatic pause. Whoop whoop! Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, of course, a few updates to the channel. Of course, my Great Balls of Fire predictions will be up on Monday. Of course, we have two great matches on that card. Even though the name Great Balls of Fire is a very ridiculous name, we got a pretty solid card for sure. Now, of course, we have Samoa Joe challenging Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. And, of course, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns in an ambulance match. So that show is going to be good. So definitely Monday, I will have my Great Balls of Fire predictions on the channel. So definitely watch out for that. Then, of course, the next SmackDown pay-per-view, which will be, of course, Battleground from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, from the Wells Fargo Center. Of course, my glorious brother Mitchell Seagal will be at the event. Of course, it's going to be, we got an awesome main event. Of course, we have Randy Orton challenging the reigning WWE champion Jinder Mahal in only the third Punjabi prison match. So I cannot wait to do those predictions. Not in 2 weeks, so definitely check that out. Now, of course, we're in the month of July. It is the beginning of the summer dangerously starts right here. Of course, the first week of the G1 Climax starts this week, of course, with big match between Tetsuya Naito and Kota Ibushi. That's going to start off the summer dangerously. Of course, when we get to August, we do have NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, which, of course, we will see if I can continue the winning streak when it comes to NXT TakeOver predictions, because of course we are 10-0 there. And then, of course, the one of the big four pay-per-views in the month of August, of course, it is the biggest party of the summer, SummerSlam. Then, of course, we also are going to get Okada Omega 3 on August 11th, so that's going to be huge. Of course, the finals of the G1 Climax also in the month of August, and of course on August 28th, I will have my College Football Week 1 predictions on the channel. Of course, that's going to be the newest thing that we added to the channel. Of course, if you're college football fans, definitely look out for that on August 28th. And of course, another thing that could be coming up that same week is my Battle of Los Angeles 2017 predictions. Of course, they have named a few names, so I will have that up that same week. So a lot of videos in August. And of course, when we get to September, you know what time it is. It is all about NFL Week 1 predictions. I will have those up as soon the first Monday of September. And of course, cannot wait to do that. Of course, we have the next Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Death Before Dishonor. And of course, there is some New Japan Pro Wrestling shows, of course, Destruction. But until I see the card, I'll let you guys know if I'm going to do it. So, again, all the success we're going to have in July, like you guys did in June, even more success in July, on to August, on to September. So the summer of Dangerously is in full effect. Now, that's it for the update. So let's get right into these predictions. Now, of course, if they do add anything to the show, I will add it in the comments below. But I'm going to start with the matches that I see. Now, I'm going to start off with the first match. It is the first of the 2 semifinal matches in the tournament to crown a brand new IWGP United States Champion. Now, of course, on one side you have the man who won tonight's match over Adam Page. Of course, he is the franchise. He is the only man to hold the world title and the TV title at the same time. Of course, he's coming in injured with rib problems. And, of course, I am talking about Jay Lethal versus, of course, the leader of... Too sweet. Of course, he is the 6-star superstar. He is the 60-minute man, and he's the best damn wrestler straight out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. If you know who he is, if you know his music, you know who I'm talking about. Of course, that is the music of the cleaner himself, Kenny Omega. Now, this, of course, Kenny Omega going to war with Michael Elgin tonight. Maybe the best first-round matchup of the night. Tonight was amazing. If you have not seen that match, you definitely got to watch it. Now, of course, these two have some history. Of course, they wrestled. I saw a gif on Twitter about this. It was like 10 years ago, I think. So again, comment below if you remember the last time Jay Lethal and Kenny Omega faced each other one-on-one. I think it was 2007, but let me know in the comments. But this is if you thought the first-round matchups tonight were great, this semifinal matchup could top them all. I mean, it's going to be hard to top Omega Elgin, or Ishii and Naito, but this could definitely top it. Now, with, of course, Jay Lethal coming in with bad ribs, so he is coming in definitely wounded. And, of course, Omega going through a war with Michael Elgin tonight. So this can go either way. Now, of course, like I said with Kenny Omega, he is all about the world title. Of course, he will be in his second G1 Climax this year, and of course, looking to go back-to-back G1 Climax winner, and also challenge the now IWGP Heavyweight Champion Okada at Wrestle Kingdom 12, January 4th, 2018. So again, Omega is definitely the favorite. Yes, he is definitely favored, but he does not need the United States title. Now, of course, we could also see Omega Ishii in the finals, but again, I do not see that happening because, again, I'm sticking with Lethal. Of course, in my United States Championship predictions, I did pick Jay Lethal to win, and he won tonight. So my pick is still, my tournament win is still intact. So coming from me again, love Kenny Omega to death, but having Jay Lethal win this matchup, having the title on somebody from Ring of Honor, he can defend the title in Ring of Honor and in New Japan Pro Wrestling, which he can elevate the title. So coming from me in this first semifinal matchup, I am taking Jay Lethal to beat Kenny Omega. And now the next matchup for the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles. Now, of course, the challengers, they are the former IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions, of course, Rocky Romero, Trent Beretta, Roppongi Vice versus, of course, the reigning and defending IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions. Of course, they are representing Too Sweet. Of course, they are also the reigning Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions of the world, and of course the reigning Super Kick Party Champions of the world, because it ain't no party like a party with, of course, Matt and Nick, the Young Bucks. Now, of course, tonight in night one, Rocky Romero got a big time win over, I think it was Matt, or it was either one of the Young Bucks. So they definitely coming in momentum wise after a big time win in that 10-man tag in night one. So they're definitely looking to keep the momentum going. Now, of course, this is a Dominion rematch where, of course, the Bucks regained the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles for the Michael Jordan 6th time, and of course brought back the Junior Tag titles back to Bullet Club. So this is going to be a fantastic match. Of course, with Roppongi Vice, it's always going to be good. And then when you have the Young Bucks, you're going to be seeing a lot of this. You're going to be seeing more bang for your buck. You're going to be seeing the Indie Taker. You're going to be seeing all that. It's going to definitely be a super kick party for sure. So coming from me in this IWGP Junior Tag Team title matchup, I am taking the Young Bucks to win because, I mean, they already lost the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles. I would be crazy to see the Bucks lose their Junior Tag Team titles in a span of 24 hours. So coming from me, I am taking the Young Bucks to retain their IWGP Junior Tag Team titles over the Roppongi Vice. And now the second semifinal matchup to see who I think will face Jay Lethal in the finals of this United States Championship tournament. Of course, on one side you have the former Ring of Honor television champion, of course, the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii, versus, of course, the Evolve World Champion, the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla World Champion, of course, the British Heavyweight Champion. Of course, he is representing Suzuki-gun Ichiban. Of course, I am talking about Zack Sabre Jr. Now, of course, tonight Ishii beat Tetsuya Naito, which was that kind of destroyed my bottom half of the bracket. Of course, still Jay Lethal's here, but I had Naito in the finals, so that was done. So again, Naito didn't really need it. Again, I'm not surprised he got it. He's out first. He was out tonight, so again, Ishii definitely deserves to be here. Now, of course, he's always going to be that upset guy. Remember in the New Japan Cup, he was the guy who knocked out Kenny Omega of the New Japan Cup. Now he knocked out Naito in this tournament. So Ishii's becoming the king of the upsets in tournaments this year for New Japan Pro Wrestling. And then you have Zack Sabre Jr., who just stretched the hell out of Juice Robinson in their match tonight. Like, it's got to be impossible for anybody to wrestle Zack Sabre Jr. because of what he's doing in that ring. He's just making you just scream, just wanting you to just scream uncle. He's just working on your fingers and he is definitely a surgeon in that ring. He is a limb targeting machine for sure. This is going to be a fantastic semifinal matchup. So either way, we're going to have a pretty interesting finals. So coming from me, this one is tough because Ishii and Lethal could be good, but Zack Sabre Jr. maybe holding 4 titles in his career, that'd be pretty something. So coming from me, now this one's going to be a complete toss-up because I like Ishii and I love Zack Sabre Jr. And they're going to need a heel here. So coming from me, again, I could be wrong here, but I'm going to take Zack Sabre Jr. to beat Ishii. I think Zack Sabre Jr. can get this done. I mean, if he works on a body part for the most of the match, he can win this. He can easily win this. He can easily win this matchup. Again, if Ishii wins, I wouldn't be surprised. So, but coming from me, I am taking Zack Sabre Jr. to beat Tomohiro Ishii and make it to the finals tonight. And now the next matchup, it is for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. Of course, the challenger, he is a former tag team champions with, of course, he was a smoking gun, he was a New Age Outlaw, he was a member of DX, he is a former Voodoo Kin Mafia member, he is, of course, He has won the Intercontinental title in a different promotion. He has won the Hardcore title. He has won the 1999 King of the Ring. He is, of course, Mr. Ass Man, Billy Gunn versus, of course, the reigning and defending IWGP Intercontinental Champion, of course, the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace. So this one's a very interesting matchup. They did have an 8-man tag tonight, which, of course, they did not get any action between the two, so that kind of just says this can go either way. Now, of course, with Billy Gunn, big time surprise here because, of course, I did not expect Billy Gunn to be here because coming from me, if I was fantasy booking, I would have had Billy Gunn in the United States Championship tournament and had Naito in this situation. But I guess they needed somebody American that people definitely recognize by face and by name, and Billy Gunn is it. Of course, this is his first title match in a long time. I mean, we haven't seen Billy Gunn in over 2 years. Last time we saw him was the Tag League. So Billy Gunn definitely deserves this shot. Now, of course, on the other side, you have the reigning champ, Hiroshi Tanahashi, who, of course, regained the belt last month at Dominion over Naito. And, of course, he has a brand new title, the brand new IC belt, finally fixed after what Naito did to the title. So definitely, of course, the ace is fighting with a partially torn bicep muscle, so he's coming in a little bit wounded, like a one-wing superstar, but he's persevered since then, so that's been pretty good, been pretty huge. So coming from me in this Intercontinental title matchup, I'm going to take the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling, of course, Hiroshi Tanahashi to beat Billy Gunn. Again, I don't see him losing after he won it a month ago, so again, things can change. Of course, tonight the tag team titles changed hands. Girls of Destiny only had it for a month. So anything can happen in these shows. But coming from me, I'm taking Hiroshi Tanahashi to beat Billy Gunn and retain his IWGP Intercontinental Championship. And now the main event for the IWGP United States Championship. Now, of course, on one side you have the franchise of Ring of Honor, Jay Lethal, versus, of course, the three belt holding and representing Suzuki Gun, Zack Sabre Jr. Now, this could be a very, very interesting matchup, of course, with Zack Sabre Jr. is a limb targeting master, and when you see Jay Lethal, his ribs, that's going to be a huge bullseye. That is a bullseye for Zack Sabre Jr. Of course, like I said, I think Jay Lethal definitely needs this belt because he can elevate the title like he can elevate the United States title anywhere he goes. In Ring of Honor, New Japan. He can do what he did with the television title in Ring of Honor. He made the television title the legit workhorse title, and look at how many great champions since then. So Lethal having the title is big time huge. Then you have Zack Sabre Jr. looking to win more gold for Suzuki Gun. Of course, Minoru Suzuki is still the never openweight champion. What could be better than owning the United States Championship with his PWG title, his Evolve title, and his British Heavyweight title? So he can have 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So this could be a fantastic matchup. I can definitely see Zack Sabre Jr. targeting Lethal's ribs in this matchup. So definitely you got to look out for that. So coming from me in this matchup, I got to stick to my predictions for the United States Championship Tournament. Even though my finals are not going to be the same, I'm going to stick to the guy I picked from the beginning, and that is Jay Lethal. I think Jay Lethal needs to win this matchup. It just puts more story. This guy's got bad ribs, and he's winning all these matches he shouldn't be winning, or because he's hurt. It makes it the most compelling story in the tournament so far. Even though everybody's here for Kenny, everybody's here for Kenny. So coming from me in this matchup, I am picking Jay Lethal to become the first IWGP United States champion and beat Zack Sabre Jr. And those are my Night 2 G1 special predictions. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy my predictions. Comment below, who do you have winning these matchups? Of course, who do you have winning these semifinal matches? And who do you think is going to make it to the finals? Of course, I have Jay Lethal and Zack Sabre Jr. And I have Jay Lethal winning. So again, if your predictions are different from my predictions, comment them below. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment. Hit that thumbs up and, of course, reply right back to you, because comments are always welcome on this channel. Now, of course, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching this G1 special, Night 1 and Night 2. Again, Thank you guys so very much for the support. And of course, before you go, you can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. And of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button and become part of this bigger and dangerous Alliance. And I will see you Monday for my great Balls of Fire 2017 predictions. Later days and peace.